Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition. No, that's wrong. On this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about drones, my age, and discount codes. And look at this mood I've got going here. Hopefully I won't have to crop this because you can't see what's in the background there. Video viewer. Anyway, let's get into it. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Luke Who's Talking podcast with me, Luke. How you doing out there? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing okay. Anyway, let's get into the first little whatever you... I mean, it's not really a story, but whatever. Anyway, so I have I've bought myself a drone. Yes, I have myself a drone. I got a DJI Mavic Air number 2, and I got the Fly More kit, or Fly More combo. So basically, I just got a few more bits and pieces, a few more condiments than what you'd get if you bought the regular. If you just got the DJI, if you got the bog standard Air 2, you just sort of get the drone, and that's about it. But because I got the Fly More kit, I got a couple of extra batteries, a battery charging dock thing. I got a nice satchel to put it in, some ND filters, some spare props, and a few other condiments to go along with it. So that is exciting. I have recorded a unboxing video, a very poor one, and that's going to go over onto the Luke Who's Vlogging channel for the next video. But I have to get out with the drone. I have to take it for a fly. I've not done that yet, but that is something, of course, I should do because I purchased this drone, which wasn't cheap at all. So I should actually fly it. That's for sure. But yeah, exciting. And the drone has been an item that I have procrastinated about for some time. Indeed, I originally was going to get a drone when Phantom 3 came out, and I thought, oh yeah, drone, that'd be cool. Ooh, I should get one. And I just never did. And then that was Phantom 3, I think, came out about 5 or 6 years. It's been a while, about 5 or 6 years. So I've just been procrastinating really about getting a drone since then. And I finally bit the bullet, earlier on, or a few months ago when DJI were like, yeah, Mavic Air 2, whoa. I thought, I'll go and get one. So I put one on lay-by at my local camera store, paid it off a few $100 or so a week, or whatever. And last week I went and got it. So went and paid the rest off, went and collected it. So yeah, I'm sort of eager to fly it. I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know. It'd be interesting to get it out, to get it flying, and all that stuff. So it's exciting. Anyway, let's get into the next story. So, the other day I was at the other week, whatever. I was at the doctor, and the dietitian had this thing you could stand on. So it was like a scale, right? Regular sort of scale. You stand on it, and it had a handle that you grab onto and sort of retracted out. So you could grab hold of this handle, stand on this scale thing, and what it did, apparently, this scale thing, and as you're holding on, it sent some pulses and whatever through your body, and it would get various data on your body. So things like your muscle, sort of health, whatever. If somehow it measured the amount of water you had in your body. But one thing it did, it was measured your age, or your health. I don't know. Using the muscle data and the water and all that stuff, it told you what your age was. So my age, according to the machine, apparently was 16. Yes, I am actually 16 years old. Kind of medically, according to this gypsy scale thing. Which, when I read out the numbers, because on the handle thing you held onto, it had a little LED screen, and the numbers of the various tests and things that the scale did come up on that, and they just kept scrolling through. Anyway, so I told them to the dietitian. I told her these numbers. She wrote them down, and when I said like the age, I said 16. She was like, "Ha!" Sorry, audio listeners, you got a big spike there. But yeah, it said my age was like 16 or whatever. So using it obviously for muscle data, and I suppose the muscle data, it was like my age apparently was 16 according to the machine. So I have a muscle age or whatever. I'm 16 years old. Wow. And here I am. I'm actually 60. Yeah, but that was that was really funny and also a bit stupid. But yeah, it's like your age according to this machine. 16 years old. What else did the machine tell me? I can't remember. My weight. I wish actually I had my data sheet here that I could read it out to you, but I don't, unfortunately. But yeah. But the dietitian was like, I want to do this. Like this machine, this scale costs like $1,000. And I'd have to say that for a piece of medical equipment, $1,000, it's not much. I remember I was at hospital once and they had like an ultrasound machine. It was like 90 grand's worth of stuff. And it was basically like a laptop, and it had a wand on the end of it, which they put on your arm in this case, so they could see your veins and whatever else. But yeah, I was like $1,000 for a piece of medical gear. That's not much at all. But yeah, so my age according to this machine, 16 years old. So there you go. Interesting. Let's get into the next story. Wow, this has been snappy. We're only like 7 minutes or so in. Whoa. Welcome back, everybody. Now, as you will know, because I've mentioned this previously on the podcast, I suppose you could say, I have now turned into a cyclist for this year, pretty much. Anyway, on my app, and I talked about this when I was on the Sunshine Summit with Heather, shameless cross-promotion. If you haven't seen it, hop on to YouTube, search it up, and you can watch our chatteroony. So I'm on an app called Strava, and on Strava, various challenges and things come up. So you can join a challenge, and one of them might be a distance when you got to ride so many kilometers you got to do, and so many minutes or whatever of activity. This is if you run or if you jog or any other sport you can track on Strava. They have challenges for all of them. Because of course I did a cycling one, and I joined a cycling one, which was, I think it was 5 hours of activity I had to log within like 2 weeks or a week or whatever. It was like so many days. We'll say 2 weeks, for example, 14 days. Had to log 5 hours of activity. Not a lot. I did it pretty easy. Anyway, at the end of it, some challenge you can do, you get rewards if they're done by a company. So this particular challenge was by a manufacturer of cycling gear. So one of the manufacturers. So that's cool. That's interesting. It's unusual. Whatever. So I joined up, and at the end of it, I got a £50. So that's pound sterling, UK pounds. I got a £50 discount code. So I thought, that's interesting. That's interesting, nice. And I've thought, how's this work given different currencies? And so I had a look at the T's and C's and said, it's £50 or equivalent to your local currency on the exchange rate. So it was about 90 kangaroo dollars. I thought that was good. So I thought, you know what? I'll get like a top or whatever. So I got on their website, and I chose something. I thought, I'll get this, put the code in, but the code wasn't applicable. And I thought, why is this? Anyway, so I had another look at the T's and C's, looked a little bit more intently, and noticed that the discount code was only applicable to certain items. So they're sort of more higher-end bits and pieces I could use the discount code on. Anyway, so still, I was like, but anyway, like it wasn't too bad. I mean, I got $90 off of, I ended up getting something. I got $90 off it, which, I was reasonably happy. And I did think, if it turns up what I ordered when it gets here, it should be here soon. Because I wanted a particular colour, so I had to do like a pre-order, and their factory apparently is in Italy, so you don't need me to explain why it's a bit slower getting here. But yeah, so if it's awful, I mean, I don't have to buy anything off there again. But if it's, hopefully the stuff's good, and it might be worth just spending that little bit more to get that little bit extra quality in the stuff. But anyway, if it turns up, I'll check it out. If it's no good, or if I don't like it or whatever, I mean, I don't have to buy off there again, do I? It's like it's a one-off purchase almost at this point. But yeah, so the discount code and the reward at the end of the challenge was good, but having the code only on sort of the higher end stuff, maybe a bit questionable. Anyway, another jingle, and I'll be back after this to wrap it up. Everybody, thanks for listening to this episode of the podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you share it around? That's what we're all about. You can find us on Facebook, also on Twitter at @L_Who's Talking. You can send us an email, LukeWho'sTalkingPod@gmail.com, and we now have a Discord server. I don't know why I'm saying we. There is now a Discord server. So if you hop on over to Discord, and you can just go to the Luke Who's Discord. I should put a link, shouldn't I? An invite link or whatever down below. I should do that. Yeah. But anyway, everybody, thanks for coming. And thanks for listening and all that jazz. And, of course, if you liked it, share it with a friend. If you didn't like it, share it with a friend. And I'll catch us all next time for episode 60. So we're getting really close to be able to get a pension, which is great. Anyway, everybody, once again, thank you very much for coming by, and I'll catch us all later.